Okay, I'm recording it. So it's now what we are planning today. We will create one instance in Azure. Then set up Ubuntu. I mean, it's basically Ubuntu. Can you hear properly?
Yes, Farooq, it's clear. We can hear you.
Okay. So we'll set up Ubuntu. Then we will learn some Linux commands. Set up firewall on Azure. Set up web server and run a site. Okay. And if we have time, we will put up SSL certificate. So these are our plan. Okay. So you can all speak because we are very close to audience. It's not very general. Okay. So I have here. How many of you have Microsoft subscription? I mean Azure subscription. Anyone has?
Yeah, Farooq, as per your chat, actually today morning I made a sure account. It's free trial version actually.
Yeah, trial only, but you will get $100 or something credit, right? So you can create it.
Yeah, exactly.
So on Azure you can create it. I'll just create here this Azure screen. You can see that, right? So I will put here training. So it will be on Qatar because we have in Qatar. So these are all details. So I'll put Ubuntu. If you know there is Windows available here, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 2022 and all. So if you set up Windows, nobody set up Windows actually on the cloud. On the cloud, everyone put up Linux, and most of the software now Linux. So there is no point now installing it. Windows, but Windows available. I'm just telling you. If you put up Windows, if you want to host a web server, you can put IIS server. Okay. So I will. Okay, let's say now I put Ubuntu. When we are putting Ubuntu, I'll put Ubuntu the latest 22. Actually, Ubuntu 23 is available, but on the Azure it's not available. I will put this is 2 vCPU and 4 GB RAM. Okay. So there are two options. You know these two options, right? SSH public key and password. If you put SSH public key, it will give a public key. So you need to put that SSH. And anyone need clarification, just unmute your mic and ask. Okay. So here there is SSH public key and password. So I will put password because it's simple. I will put something like that. I'll put some. It asks for choose my own password. I'll put something like okay. And there is an SSH. You know, we are going to access it through SSH. So I'll just create a virtual machine. Okay, I think now if I go to my dashboard and training, so virtual machines not yet created, let it create. Okay, here there is a virtual machine. This is our virtual machine. You can see the screen, right? So you can see here there is one public IP, okay, and other details. So it will be like details like Linux, what's training, this is our computer name, Linux, and all other details, whatever details of the server and the size, CPU and RAM, okay. So here we have a public IP address. So we will be using this public IP, okay. So if you get the public IP, how you are going to access this machine? Anyone can tell me? Just unmute and tell me. Hello?
Yeah, you can use a tool, na? Putty or
Yeah,
mobile extern.
Putty. Okay, so
Putty or mobile extern, yeah. Any
okay.
tool and put the public IP, and you need certificate, right?
No,
I think.
I didn't put the certificate. So this one I put just password. If you can put certificate, you can put
Ah, with the
certificate.
password.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are following me live, you can put a certificate. Otherwise, because my computer is Mac. On the Mac, we have direct SSH. We don't need to put yourself. Okay. So this is the IP 20.21. Okay. So the username I gave the okay. So this blue screen is okay. I need to change the color for my terminal.
I feel it's fine.
This is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a Linux screen. Okay. So in Linux, we can have our own. I mean, there will be multi-user environment. So when you are starting a one Linux instance, they will give you one username. I mean, we set up one username and password. I logged in with that, but this doesn't have all the features. I mean, all the prerogatives. So there is a command called sudo su. This sudo is a command. When you are doing Windows, you right click and make it like run as administrator, right? On Windows sometimes. So this is same like that. I mean, it's like running like an administrator. You put here sudo su. Okay, that means you are entering into administrator screen. So maybe somebody may be thinking why I am not putting a graphic interface for this Ubuntu, because on the cloud we don't put graphics interfaces because graphics take too much load, and generally on cloud we never put graphics unless it's very important, like you are doing some AutoCAD work or something like that. We put graphics. Otherwise, it's always terminal. So everything we are running on terminal. Okay. So the sudo is one command that you must learn to enter into this one. This one. Okay. This command. Now I will teach you some other commands. ls. There is cd. You know this 3D command, right? cd. So I can skip. I will very basic commands I will skip. But if you need, just raise your hand or put on the chat that you need more explanation on that, or just speak. You can just unmute and speak. Okay. So any command that I am typing, you can. This is CD command is very, everyone knows that. If you put just simply CD, it will go to your home directory. If you put it like this, you can go to other folders. Okay. So OPT is the folder that we generally use to work on it. So there is a command APT. Anyone know what is this command for APT? No. Okay. So okay. APT is a command. It's used to install other software on our operating system. It's like same like an installer. So let's say if I don't have some software here, I will just use APT and give that APT install, and for example Python. I just don't have Python. So I will just install Python like apt install Python. You know what is Python, right? Python 3. Okay. It's like that. So any software, for example, which one I will tell you. I'll come to the actual software that we are going to install today. Some advanced package too. Yeah, that's correct. So now I will put apt update. So it will update into the latest service packs, patches, everything on the Linux. Okay. So this is one command, Ubuntu. But if you are using CentOS or Red Hat or something, the command will be yum. You know that, right? If you are used CentOS, Red Hat, or some other flavors of Linux, you may need to use it that way, that command yum. Okay, but here it is apt. And if you want reboot the server, you will just put reboot. Okay, so I lost the connection. It's actually once I done the update, I'm just rebooting it. Okay, so this is the reboot command. So 3 commands we have learned now. Okay, I just try to write it here. If you need it, come back. Again, we are here. There is a command you can write again. There is some command called whoami. Okay, whoami command. It is to know who is the user actually. So if I am putting it here, sudosu, that is. So if I type here whoami, it will come back. It's root. So if you don't know what is root, it's actually is it is basically administrator on the Linux. Root is the administrator. In Windows, it's administrator, and in the Linux, it is root. Okay. So whoami is a command that I am checking on which user I am, and there is something other commands. I can give you which command I will give you. There is a folder called user bin. This folder has all the running files. That is git. I mean, it's like that. Okay. Now, if you are running like git, it's a tool. It is actually, yeah. Go ahead. Hello.
Don't touch. Papa is single. Papa? Yeah.
Who is that?
Papa.
I'll just mute all of them.
Range Rover.
Yeah.
Gay?
No,
Why not married?
he's very old man.
Why not married?
Very old.
Participant. Mute all. I'm muting you all. So you can unmute and speak when you want. So which command? Okay. Now I will give you another command called vi. This is one of the most important command that you need to use. It's an editor because when you are on terminal, when you are at the terminal, so you just need a tool to edit some file. First I'll give you, I'm putting everything on OPT. So here there is a are you all writing the commands? Because I'm just typing it and going. So maybe on the recording you can see it also. But this touch is a command that we are making to create a file. So if you ls is for listing, you may already know ls is a command for listing. So if you make touch test2.txt, so it will create a file. So if you put ls, it will show both test and test2. Okay, but these files are empty. There is a command called cat. So we have learned a lot of it. So I'll just try to write it down. The commands that we have learned. We learned first apt, then UMI, then cd, ls, cat, patch. Then we are going to learn VI. So these all commands, it's okay, right? It's a it's all very basic. Anyone has any doubt, or should I explain it? Any of this command? Can just put it on the chat, or you can just unmute yourself and say. Okay. So for consent, it's fine. So it's fine. So these are the commands that now there is an editor, because if you see, if I put cat and test.txt, it's nothing. So it's empty, right? Nothing is there. So if I want to put it, I put va and test.txt, then I write some hello. This is okay. So vi editor has, the keys for saving and controlling and everything. vi editor, I'll just show you. So if you put cat again test.txt, so it will show here hello, this is training. This is actually vi is like a notepad, but as you are on the control, so you don't need to you don't have a notepad or something, you just write it here. So on the vi editor commands, these are the vi editor commands. So if you want to, all over everyone uses vi editor. So how to use it, it's all over there. So for example, w is for saving, it's writing. W, if you put w, it will write, and it will go up and down and all. I will show you a big file in that case. VAM, that's one big. It's a big, relatively big file. VAM is control. Okay. So this is a big file, relatively big file. So you can edit this file, any file like this. And for going up, you cannot see the key that I am pressing, so it will be hard for you. That's why I show you on the internet there are keys. So if you put 1G, it will go up. If I put G, it will go down. And if I put here W, it will save. If I put Q, it will quit. So this is VI. There are VI and VIM. So VI is actually, it will show only in one color. But if it's VIM, if you have a programming, on this file there is not much, but if you are using a Python file or something, it will show with multiple colors and also. Generally, we are all using VIM, not VA. So that is the thing. Now I will go to what is that? Now we need to install what? We need to install. There is a software called Nginx. I'll just So this is the software that it's now very popular on hosting website on internet. I mean, most of the site that you are seeing, it's on Nginx, including Google and the big companies like streaming companies, Netflix and all. And most of the ERP software, all the software are using this Nginx. It's I don't know how to pronounce that, Nginx or something. If someone knows how to pronounce that, just you can tell me. I say Nginx, Nginx. Okay. There are other servers, Apache hosting. There is something called Apache. It was very popular until very recently. This is everyone used to use this. We also used to use it, but now all of us moved to Nginx. There are some other software, other servers here. There are many, but this is the one most popular. So I will just put it here. So how to install this Nginx here? Can anybody type it here or tell me, unmute and tell me how to do that? Because I already told you. Okay, APT. Okay. So I'll put it here, APT then. APT install. Okay, Abhinav. APT install. Nginx. Okay. So just put it. Yes. Okay. It is now installed. Actually, on Ubuntu also, it's same like Windows. It's all running like services. Okay. So it is also a service. So you can see it, service Nginx status. So it will say it is okay. This command, I'm adding it to our command list that you have learned today. It is service. Okay. So service Nginx status, it will show the status. But if you say it here stop, service Nginx stop, then you touch the status. I don't know, it's not stopped. Okay, it stopped. Now it will say inactive. The color of scope. Okay. The color now he see here loaded but inactive. Okay, so this is the service is inactive. Now I will start the service. Up arrow I am typing. Okay, if you are not sure what I am doing, it's up arrow. Then again put status. You can see it here, active, running. Okay, for control this control Linux. Okay, that also you can I mean this is not system ETL. So this is actually Furkan gave me this command. Okay, you can use this command also. Syscontrol status, right? So this, I mean, it's the same like service. You can use it. Thanks, Furkan. This is actually a core Linux command because before they are copying that Windows style, they used to use this one. So senior Linux people they use it. So you can use either syscontrol or service. So you will see the service here. So if you see the service here for that, so now there should be one website should be up. That is, I mean, that's what we do. Okay, just a moment. I will. So what is our IP address? Our IP address is 2021.126.70. So I'll just put here 2021.176.70. Where is our 70 or 2021.126.70? Okay. To be frank, it should come here. We will troubleshoot why it's not coming. Okay.
Maybe for Mr. Farooq, because of HTTPS, because we didn't install SSL, right?
No, SSL is actually for HTTPS. This is, I am trying HTTP.
Okay.
So actually what happens, there should be a firewall on the system level. There should be.
Yeah, firewall. I think you have to enable
So
HTTP.
yeah, I'll because I just wanted to follow the procedure. I'm just looking into that. Okay. So now here there is you can do local host. I mean, telnet, all of us using telnet for checking the port is open or not. So this is telnet local host 80 means port number 80 is for HTTP and port number 443 is for HTTPS. Okay. So once we install SSL certificate, it will be on 443. Okay. Here it is actually 80 because we haven't installed anything. So it's by default, it will be 80. So if I am, as before, I told you, service Nginx stop, if I stop it, then this 80 will not come. See here, connection is refused. So this 80 is coming when you start Nginx. So this is the easiest way that you are going to troubleshoot. So if the server is up, localhost 80 will come, even though you don't have the firewall support. Okay, so what I will do here, there is something called curl, localhost. There is a command called curl. It is actually for looking, I mean, without internet browser, if you want to see a website, you can use curl. It's a command that we generally use. System administrators, all of us use this command because this system HTTP site is not available here, but we want to make sure that the server is running here. So we use curl. First we use telnet to make sure that this port is open. Then we use curl localhost to make sure that the site is running. So you actually get this content. Even you can use outside content. For example, curl google.com. It will give you a Google site. It will give you first page of Google site. So it's you can see it's moved to some other site. So if you put it like curl microsoft.com, I don't give it. But anyway, it's because some HTTP, yes. Can see the full site, but it's not because there is a graphics. This terminal cannot handle graphics. It will be like gibberish. So it's like that. So now we need to check it on this one. So there is on the virtual machine of Azure, there is something called networking and firewall. So now if you see, there is only one port is allowed, that is port number 22 for the public. Port number 22, if you remember, it is for SSH. Using that SSH, we are accessing the screen. So I'll just add an inbound port here. I'll put here a port number 80, that is HTTP, and TCP, it's TCP, and I will just add it here. Okay, now let's see whether any progress is there or not. By the way, if you are not sure about the site, we can just put it here on the on your computer itself, not on the server 21.126.70 space 8. So it is opening. That means the site should be up. So I'll just put it here once again. 2021 12670. Okay, so this is the website that we got. Welcome to Nginx. This is the website. Okay, so this is pretty simple. So we already have a website. Now I will try to convert it into an HTTPS. Before that, I will just put I will take a website HTML code because I will show you where is the HTML code. So here there is a folder called etc. Okay, this etc is the folder. Okay, before that I will give you another command, pwd. Pwd is a command to know on which folder we are currently in. Okay, so pw, it will show you we are here. Okay, then this etc is the folder that all the software are there. Every software is here. I mean, all the services, everything, that the configuration file will be here. And here there is a there is an Nginx folder, and there is a configuration. Okay, here there is something called nginx.conf. So this is the actual file that is controlling everything. And in this file, actually, they say where you can log on, all of these things. But here it will say, so you take the file from, there is a folder called site enabled. Inside this Nginx folder, there we have the setup file. So I will just go there, sites enabled. Okay. So there is a default item. So I will open it with VIM. I already told you there is something called VIM. So I will just use that. So on the VIM editor, I will use default. Okay. I use default, and you can see here it's running on port number 80, default server, everything, and there is an IPv6 also. Then here the folder name of the file is here on the, so from where this content is coming, actually it's written here. So we can go and check here this what is there in this folder. Okay, so var cd var ww htm. Okay, so this is the folder. So in this folder, whatever content is there, it will display there. So this is the content that now display. If you look at here, you can see welcome to Nginx. If you see this page, if you see this page, Nginx browser. So all of these details are here. I will change this content. Let me take a content from ChatGPT. So they give a code. I will just put that code here. I will put it here. I will first delete this all. Okay, now if I refresh this, it is another website. This is actually ChatGPT made this website. If you add some, a design or content, you can just design it. So this is that website. Now I will. Okay. Now so far everything okay. I mean, anyone can make any comment?
Yeah, fine. Fine for
Okay.
very useful.
Any clarification or anything you need? No. Okay. Now there is something called SSL certificate. Okay. So there are so many companies giving SSL certificate, Kaspersky, Cloudflare, GoDaddy, everyone giving. So all of these servers, they have SSL certificate. I mean, any website you are using, you can see here SSL certificate, and you can see the connection is secure and all of that details. Certificate is valid, so you can see the certificate here. Okay. So this is, we need to have a SSL certificate, so we need to buy it from some of this here, or you can use, there is SSL certificate. Let's encrypt. It's a company I explained in a previous session. Let's Encrypt is a company. It's a very popular company, very secure company. They are giving it free. Okay. This is actually sponsored by all big companies like Cisco, Chrome, AWS, everything. I mean, it's a big company. Just because it's free, don't think it is cheaper. So it's, I will just there is a software called Certbot. Certbot is a software that you can use to install and maintain Let's Encrypt. It will automatically renew and everything. So you can use this Certbot. So I will install here. Okay, by the way, before that, I will go here and you can see here our website, not secure. Okay, any website somebody see not secure, it's, standard companies cannot have it. So we will put a SSL certificate. I will just put it here. What is that? apt install Certbot. I install Certbot, but there is one issue. For IP addresses, you cannot buy certificate. You need to have a name. Okay. So what I will do on my GoDaddy account, I have a GoDaddy account, so I'll just go there and manage. Okay. I'll put training. I'll create an error code. This is what you know, error code. And training, and what is our IP? This type. Okay. Training, and I map into this IP and I save it. Now, if I type here, okay, now it is mapping. Okay, so I will here put Certbot training dot need Certbot can obtain install certificate by default in both obtain. So okay, so this, there is some Certbot cert only. Okay, so the command I don't remember the command cert only. So it will create. Oh, if you need, it will say you, for the certificate access, you need to do certain things. That is, either you install this on the Nginx or temporary server. So I'll just stop it here, so it can operate as a server for accessing certificates. So spin up a server. Agree all the terms. Okay, now if you go to her ATC and Let's Encrypt live, you can see here our certificates. You can see the certificate. These are the certificates. Cert chain, full chain. This is actually, if you know, I did a session long before about the certificate. So this is the certificate. So you can, it's there. So you need to on the NGX configuration. On this side enable on this file, we need to show this SSL certificate location and everything. So I'll just, I have it here. Just a moment. I have the document here, so I'll just pull it up. So here, this entire block, if you need this entire block, I can send it to you. So this entire block, you put it here for the SSL configuration. Okay. SSL configuration and put here correct folder name. Correct folder name is training.statepaper.com. Okay. So okay. Now for testing, you can say there is an ngix command -t. So it will say syntax. The folder we are entered everything. It is okay or not. But one thing I missed here. Here, when you are putting SSL certificate, there's one more change I need to make here. You can see it here. Anyone can tell me? Anyone just type or just unmute and tell. Let me see. Just looking at the people here. Vipin? No? Okay, I'll tell. So SSL HTTPS servers operating on port number 443. So you need to change it here. Okay. I'm not using this one, so I'll just. So SSL certificate, if you install, then you change the server listening port on 443, not on the 8. Okay. I'll just. Now I need to restart the server. Okay. Now if I put it here, 443, it is coming. And from outside, I'm not sure. Telnet 443, it's not coming. You know why? It's the reason it's not coming 443 from here. Hello. This we have done it here already. We need to add an inbound port, one more inbound port, that is 443 TCP on the cloud server. Okay. Fine. Now, if you press it here, it will say, oh no. Maybe it takes some time. We have it right? It's the inbound port on this one. It should allow. I don't know why it's not allowing. This here. Okay. It came. So the fire. So here, if you put it here, no, it should come right. Now it's okay. There is there is an error SSL protocol. So how to correct it? How to correct it? Here on the configuration file, we need to put it here something called SSL because it should know it is. Now, if I put it here, it's returned. The site come, but it's saying your connection is not private. Can someone say the reason why it's like that in the chat? Okay, I'll tell. So here, this IP, we don't have a certificate. We have certificate for the host name. Okay. You see the site now, and if you go here, you can see the connection is secure, and it will give a certificate is valid. It's this the certificate that we have. Let's encrypt. Okay, this is the certificate, and it's valid until November 20. So what actually you should do here on the, because on November 2 we need to renew it again. So we cannot come back on the server and renew it. So what we need to do now, we need to do cron. You know, cron means it's a command in the Unix to execute something on a certain period. For example, if you want to do a backup every evening, you will do it with cron. So if you put cron command, what is it? Cron. So we so this is the cron. So if you want to run it, it's mentioning here how to put the command here. So it's on internet. There is enough site to do that. So I'll say online cron calculate, something like that. I'll just take it cron expression generator. Because normally I type here, but nowadays it's too much helpful. So we put it here every minute. So this all stars will be every minute. So here you put, it is every minute only on Friday, something like that. So if you put 1, it's actually cron reverse. So we actually need a site to ChatGPT is better. Please write a cron script for executing chatbot in every 3 months. Okay. It will give you. So you can just put it here. So this one you can put it. So this is actually basically what it will do. This commented columns are just comments, okay? So if you put it here, every 3 months, it will renew the certificate automatically. So you don't need to do anything. It will always, your certificate will be valid. So you don't need to pay anything. Okay. So once you've done it, this is just you take it. Okay. That's what I promised today. Anything you want to know or do anything today apart from this? Any questions or something?
Hi, Mr. Farooq.
Yeah.
Usually the hosting time for EC2 manage, we are using cPanel, right? Is there any way like we can able to install the cPanel also the same way? I mean, like,
Yeah, cPanel, give cPanel for website management, right?
Correct.
Okay, cPanel. I don't use cPanel, but install
I mean WHM,
Ah.
WHM.
WHM and cPanel. Okay, so they give an installation guide for this. Okay, and they will say, okay, these are all the requirements and everything, and how to do that. Well, installation. They give you the installation guidelines. I'll show you. So it's maybe some other site installation guide. How to install cPanel and WH. Okay. So create. Where is there's no clear instruction actually. Create setup firewall rule cPanel. Okay. Install cPanel. Go to Computer Engine VM install SSH. Okay. CP update. This is all for updating and all. Add following file. So then update, upgrade, cPanel. Okay, so I can hear they are doing it. So this is the method actually. Let me see what is the error. Okay, cPanel does not support Ubuntu version 22. Actually, it is on Ubuntu version 20. We can install, I think, because but you just there are commands on internet freely available. You just
yeah, I'll check it out.
and run it. Actually, for the WHM also, WHM is the other thing that you run, right? So, but this one latest. I don't know that cPanel is not running on 22. I mean, Ubuntu versions 22. So maybe some other versions, but WHM, install WHM. Let me see. No, ours is 22, right? Ubuntu 22. Ubuntu 22 server. Then I'll stop our. No, they are saying, but it's not supporting. But you understand the concept, right? You just run.
Yes.
Once you run it here, you will see here on which port is that 20 something like that. So it will be active on that port. So you don't need to do anything. Any software, almost all the software, they have clear instruction how to do that. You just install it in cPanel or WHO or something. It's if I had time, I would have installed this 20 and done that. I mean, it's just any other software. I installed Nginx because it's the easiest. So, but otherwise, you can just no, there is no version of 22. But you try. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I will try.
It will be once you've done this step, this will be available on 2087. The port number 2087, it will be available. So then you can set up the site and everything. Okay. And if you need database, there is something called MySQL.
MySQL.
Okay. So it will be like where is MySQL? Install. Oh, MySQL name changed now. It's MariaDB. Okay. So it will be like so. You can install MariaDB. And the backend, there will be a database server. You can run it MariaDB, and on the front end you can run cPanel. And cPanel is very easy to install actually. You will just
Mm.
and there are some competitor for cPanel also. So you can install that. Nowadays cPanel is paid, right?
Yeah, cPanel is paid now.
It's paid. So cPanel nowadays, yeah, so there are some other companies they are using it. And some email server also, WHM also. So it's like, so if you put it like you will get database. This is the database server. You get it. Okay. So I think that's clear. Any other question? Just ask anything. If I don't know,
Thank you,
some
thank you.
others will answer. Yeah.
Farooq, yeah, regarding this Nginx, how to you can host a
Host what?
multiple website, right? How to suppose I want to install multiple website, like I want to host 2 or 3 websites
Yeah, I'll tell you.
in
So
the same Nginx server
okay.
with different domains.
Okay, there is a folder here. Okay, and first of all, if
Yeah.
you need multiple sites, you need on the DNS server or the GoDaddy, you need multiple host on the same. Okay, I'll host it you. No worries. So if you put it here, okay, and the same IP that you put it here, same IP. Our one was training, right? So you register other domain name, whatever domain name, and you put the same IP address on the AR account. Okay. So this is the first step. If you want to host multiple, then what you need to do, etc. Oh, etc. In here there is something called cd sites enable. So this file, this is one file, VIM default. So this one is actually for only the first site. So there is something called here server name. Okay. So this server name you put training dot. Okay. You put it here and copy this file. Okay. Now on this file, what you need to do, put the other server name. Training 2 or some other any site name that you already mapped with GoDaddy or any hosting provider. You put it here. And there is location here. Okay. So here there is HTML file. And this folder, I show you the folder here. But what was that? WW. There is a folder here, HTML. Okay. So this file you can have another HTML file. Training2.html or something like that, and put your own content. Something like this is our second site. It's something like that. I just so basically now you have 2 sites. So the steps are, I will tell you. First, you need to register domains with any hosting company like GoDaddy and all. Then on the you need to create configuration file for each website. Then you need to have content for each website. So basically, it will work like that. So that's what. If that's a concept, but as we have already explained, cPanel and the WHM are very easy tools designed to do all of these things without Linux knowledge. So once you install cPanel, once you install WHM, then you can easily create as many website, everything on that. So someone knows here can explain about that cPanel, right? So So, was that just anyone knows the details? Hello, unmute and speak. Okay, so anyway, this is the method on Linux basically, but you can't put cPanel or WTH. Okay, any other questions? Hello? Hello? So we will end. Okay, so just confirm. So we are going to end it. Okay, fine. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining.
Thank you, Mr. Farooq.
So we
Thank
will
you.
have
Thank
another
you.
session with more commands. I'll set up more commands and we'll do it again. Okay. Just
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Farooq.
for-
Thank you
Okay.
for your time.
Thank you.